At a time that requires empathy, humility, and all the virtues of a leader, Donald Trump has gone on a bizarre, narcissistic rant over the tragic Los Angeles fires, and I have all the disgusting details for you next. This morning, I woke up to messages from East Coast friends and family that said things like, "Hope you are safe and please let me know that you're okay." That's because I live in Southern California and they saw the horrific images and videos before I did. I live about 49 miles from where the fires are burning, so I'm not at risk. But in a short amount of time, I saw what they were seeing on their TVs and devices. I'm familiar with the areas where the fires are burning and could not believe my eyes. We've had a lot of fires in the 40 years I've lived here, but nothing in such a densely populated area. And I also saw something else. Donald Trump using the disaster to put his dark thoughts, void of empathy and compassion, on full display in attacking his perceived enemies and politicizing the moment just as another opportunity to create discourse and fuel chaos. I will share his unhinged ramblings about the Los Angeles fires in just a moment, but first I want to share this video from a resident of the area. You will probably recognize him, and if you're a diehard Democrat, you're probably aware of his extreme political leanings the other way. But his emotion is raw, and his story tells the human tragedy that is unfolding.
I'm 77 years old, man. I can't walk up these hills. It's like Mount Everest there. It's like, pretty steep. So, it's just, I posted this on X, but Sarah was on with her 8-year-old niece last night. And she came out, I'm sorry, just, one day you're swimming in the pool and the next day it's all gone. But she came out with her little Yeti piggy bank for us to rebuild our house.
Oh my gosh. James Woods, we all hope that you will be able to rebuild your house, maybe starting with that little Yeti piggy bank. And we're just glad that you're okay and your wife is okay.
I'm sorry,
you have your lives. This is real and it's raw.
I thought
and
I would be stronger than this.
Strength is not measured by whether, you hold in crying or not. Strength is what you are doing now and helping your neighbors and shining a light on the great, amazing work of all those firefighters and emergency crews out there. You have so much strength, and we appreciate you coming on to reflect what so many others just like you are experiencing in that raw emotion right now. We wish you the best, you and your wife, as you rebuild your lives. So many people are doing that right now and trying to process what's going on. So, James, and also keep us posted on your 94-year-old neighbor and everything going there. We're going to continue to talk, and we wish you the very best.
He's okay.
Yeah.
They found him. He's in the hospital.
He's okay.
I just worry. If anybody knows where Robert Trinkteller is, call me. Let me know. All right.
And now let's get into what the madman from Mar-a-Lago is thinking while others are suffering and breaking down like Woods. Instead of using his immense influence to help those affected, Trump began his Truth Social meltdown with, Governor Gavin Newsom refused to sign the water restoration declaration put before him that would have allowed millions of gallons of water from excess rain and snow from the north to flow daily into many parts of California, including the areas that are currently burning in a virtually apocalyptic way. He wanted to protect an essentially worthless fish called a smelt by giving it less water. It didn't work, but didn't care about the people of California. Now the ultimate price is being paid. I will demand that this incompetent governor allow beautiful, clean, fresh water to flow into California. He is the blame for this. On top of it all, no water for fire hydrants, not firefighting planes, a true disaster. And instead of pledging his support in the aftermath, he vented as if he's a victim. No water in the fire hydrants, no money in FEMA. This is what Joe Biden is leaving me. Thanks, Joe. And instead of saying, I have reached out to President Biden and Governor Newsom with my offer of support, Trump said, the fires in Los Angeles may go down in dollar amount as the worst in the history of our country. In many circles, they're doubting whether insurance companies will even have enough money to pay for this catastrophe. Let this serve and be emblematic of the gross incompetence and mismanagement of the Biden-Newsom duo. January 20th cannot come fast enough. I'm not going to spend any time refuting the many lies and inaccuracies in Trump's claims, so let's look at what Governor Newsom had to say about the support he's been receiving from our current president.
The President of the United States happens to be in town. It didn't take more than a text message to get the FMAG approved, which means we're getting reimbursed for the vast majority of these costs. No politics, no hand-wringing, no kissing of the feet. The President of the United States said, yes, what else do you need? Emergency proclamations being drafted as we speak. And I just want to thank the President, because that's something I don't take for granted, and something we should not take for granted at this moment in American history. So thank you, President Biden, as well.
My contribution to this story is a message for those who voted for Trump, so please identify yourself with a show of hands. Thank you. Okay, for you, and you, what is it about Trump's weird and dark soul that has captured your loyalty and admiration? People are suffering, and his first impulse is not to offer support or even the empty cliche of thoughts and prayers, but it's to speak as if he's the victim and start grinding his axe. Your idol is an asshole, like the world has never seen before, believe me. This is a terrible disaster, but I can take some comfort in knowing that it happened on Biden's watch, and know that my fellow Californians will be supported for at least the next 11 days, and hopefully beyond through the actions of Joe Biden. That's because Trump has threatened Newsom in California many, many times. But this isn't going to be our last fire over the next 4 years, and we have Trump's politicized retribution and callous responses to look forward to. I send thoughts of a quick end to the fires and strength and healing to the people affected. And in closing, I'll give Fox News the final word on this still developing story. Watch as a reporter stands up to shoot down an anchor who attempts to repeat Trump's past nonsense about California fires.
This keeps happening year after year after year. How is it that it keeps happening? Trump back in 2020 was very critical of California for not enforcing rules to clear underbrush and make sure that the forest's floors were cleaned to stop these fires from spreading so rapidly. Why does this keep happening again and again?
Why? There's a multitude of reasons, right? But number one, this fire in Pali started in a residential area. That didn't have anything to do with the wildfires that we often do see that start in the national forest or in the what we call the urban-rural interface, where a lot of people have moved into, and frankly, they don't take proper care and don't put surrounding their homes and take care of it like that. But we now have, and this isn't going to really answer your question, but we have a year-round fire season. Right now, we've got marginal rain the last few months. I think you can blame California on something, but other things, I don't want to say it's Mother Nature. I haven't looked at the total statistics for number of acres burned, but in a situation like this, as I said, when it starts in the middle of a community, you're going to have problems.